Okay, guys, we're all in. I hope you guys are going to come in and enjoy the video with me. Uh, I'm actually started this thing up a minute or two early. But I hope we have some folks coming in. Let me see if I can get my comments up here. Oh, lordy, lordy. All right. We got somebody in here watching. You guys, it's been one of those weeks. Oops. Let me get my volume turned down. All right. Okay, let's see. Let me get me some specs on. You know, I'm 60 something years old. It's hard to see without them. Let's see. Hello, Dot Roper. I'm glad you're here. And Jovita is in here again. She is a great moderator. She's been checking out all my videos, and I'm so glad, you guys. Yes. I'm glad you guys are here. Not much going on. We went out tonight and raised the perch up for the what I call my teen chicks. The little chicks were sleeping on the ground forever, and they finally started getting on the perch about a foot and a half off the ground. So we raised the perch up and put it all the way across today, and moved the hoop coop to a different spot. And I also put a tarp across the backside where the north wind blows in. So hopefully the little buggers will be warmer tonight. It was 43 this morning here. Whew, it's too cold for me, guys. Yep, I didn't get out till 11 o'clock. It's going to be hard for me. I can't be satisfied, I guess. Hi, Paul. How are you? I'm glad you're here from England. I posted some videos, or well, actually, just a little couple of pictures. I don't know if you saw them from me at the Oktoberfest in Germany a few years back. We had a great time. My daughter and her husband went, and a friend of ours that lives over there in Germany. And we have Bridesell. I think that's how that's spelt. And Paragon Ridge. Hello, Paragon Ridge. I'm glad you're here. Watched a bunch of your videos and all those cracker boys. Oh, and I remember you guys when I went to the Oklahoma meetup, or the Tulsa meetup there too. It's cold at your house too, huh? Paul says it was right chilly there, 32 tonight. Ooh, going down to 30. I don't want any 30-degree weather. I hope we don't get it. You know, we have a couple of little cool spells, and then it'll be warm. Shoot, last year, it was warm right on up till Christmas, and then Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, it turned off, and it was like 10 degrees or 8 degrees. We like froze to death around here. We're not used to that kind of weather. Oh, Lordy, yes. We are piddling around here. When everybody gets in here, I'm going to tell y'all a story of what happened to me this week. And y'all tell me if I'm crazy or not, because I probably am. Oh, 71 degrees in Texas. Is that right now or all day? Because, Lord, I can't even imagine. It would be nice. Now, I don't like it in the hundreds, or about 85 is my good temperature. Oh, Lordy. Yes, it is very rough. Oh, getting to this shock to us, because it's been being 100 and in the 90s every day. Oh yeah, Paul says smash those thumbs up, guys. Yeah, I can use all the help I can get, guys. I think I'm still at like 419 or 420 as far as my subscribers go. So hopefully I can get those subscribers on up there. I'm trying to keep this up, guys. Oh, 54 there in South Tulsa. Wow. Yeah, I've heard it's cooling off quite a bit up there. Oh, I wondered how everybody. I've been watching the meetup that they had there at Lake. What was I can't even think of the name of the lake, but there in Texas, and I hope it went over good. No, no, Vita. No, I'd have been stuck in the air conditioning. 20, 123. Shoot, I can't hardly breathe when it gets 90. I certainly couldn't breathe. I'd be out there with my inhaler going. Oh, yep. It's it would be really hard. My husband laughs at me because I have such issues with the breathing. Hey, Paula, I know it too, and my husband reminds me right regular. He says, "Oh yeah, you just imagine that." I didn't really say that. Yeah. He remembers it when it's something he wants to remember. That's the way it goes. Oh yes, oh yes. I can't even imagine that kind of temperature, guys. Yeah, we had some strange things happening here. My little chicks are doing good. They're bouncing around out there like maniacs. They got out. I let them out. I let them all out during the day to roam and, free range. Well, today they all decided that they weren't going up. Now, I don't know if I had waited a little longer if they would have gone up or not, but those suckers, I had to chase them down there and then get Joey to go to the other side of the pen and run them around while I opened the door, because every time I'd open the door, one would run out that I just caught. I could have choked every one of them. Oh. So did you have a good time? Yes, Dot, that one. I hope it turned out good. The ones that I've watched, everybody seems to be saying that they had a good time, real good time at that one. A good man can have selective memory to go with his selective hearing. Hey, he's got that too. He hears it if it's something he wants to hear, and if it's something I don't want him to hear, he can hear that too. If I'm trying to sneak around and talk on the phone to one of my friends or something, he's like eavesdropping from another room. But oh no, we're discussing how sorry men are. He hears it all. No, we hardly ever do that. Only when they're complaining about our critters. Oh, and my little skit that I put on about the counting. Well, I didn't add my ducks in. I don't know if you guys know that, but after we got through, I was in here and Joey says, "You didn't add the 5 ducks." I looked, I sure didn't. So instead of having 38 animals, we have 42. So I might have to cut back. Some of these turkeys going to have to go in the Thanksgiving dinner. Yes, I have some friends that are too. Let's see. Said they went to an exotic auction with Juneau Acres, I suppose, but decided it was nothing there at the auction too interesting, so they missed it. Oh, okay. Well, I get these critters, and some of them, if I get them little, I can claim them. Yeah, that's right. Oh, it's 43. Well, however many, I told you this. It's not very long, It's hard for me to keep up with Paul. Paul says it's 43, not 42. But poor things. Yes, it can be a lot of work. And, keeping all that poop scraped up in the barn or raked up in the barn is a job. But, hey, I'm using it on my garden spot, so I can't complain. Except for, the horse doesn't really poop in the barn. He goes out and rambles around, does his business. And, he used to have these piles, like a stud will have a stud pile. Well, he used to do the stud piles, but he's got to where he's not doing that now that we don't have the other horses. You know, I've had 7 or 8 horses, 10 horses at one time here, but don't have them anymore. So Paul says he is correct. Jovita said that Paul is correct. That's right. You know, after I said that, I thought 38 or 9. But anyway, however many it is, it's a lot of them. And I realized tonight I'm out of horse feed. And I usually give my sheep a little scoop of horse feed. And I've got one, poor old Lightning, stepped on the black face's sheep's foot. And her foot it was infected. And so we gave her antibiotic shots. If you watched my videos, you saw all the shots we were giving her. And so we got her foot well, but her feet needed trimming back really bad. Well, Lightning must have stepped on one of them because that's all I can think of. And anyhow, it pulled her whole one side of her hoof off. I thought the poor thing was going to bleed to death before I could get it stopped and get her out of the herd of sheep and get her in her own little stall and get it set up and all for. But she's doing good now. I mean, it's tender and she's not putting it on the ground. And when she does, she's making sure that the foot is angled to where that one little side of the foot is touching and not nothing else. So, dang, it's always something here at our house. It's just, what can I say? My friend Tony sent me a text just a little while ago and said that wanted to know when I was going live again. And I sent him a text saying that I was going live in about 8 minutes. I haven't seen him come in, so I don't know if he was doing something or whatever. But anyway, I hadn't told y'all, but my friend Wheat that I did the tiny house video on, she and I are going to the Hippie Fest next weekend. So we should get some good content from there. I'm hoping it will be fun. It's about a 4-hour drive from our house. And I went ahead and got tickets for Saturday and Sunday in case, you know, if it's pouring down rain, I'm not going to go out there and sit in the rain all day. But, you know, that way, make sure we got in there. You know, it wasn't but like $10 more to get them for both days. So I just went ahead and got them for both days. And as soon as she gets back from there, she's headed off to Florida on another vacation. That woman just goes all the time. Oh, yeah, I'm thinking the Hippie Fest should be fun. We'll see. I'm hoping that they'll have some buses or something, you know, that I can do some videoing of, or, you know, just see how people are dressed, if nothing else. And Wheat's been worried about it all, well, for the last, ever since I got the tickets on what we're going to wear, Heck, I have no clue what we're going to wear. I'm going to get me some big hoop earrings and stick them on, probably some overalls or something. That's going to be it for me. Anyway, you know, I don't know. I've never gone to a Hippie Fest, so that's why I say it's going to be a treat. I know that they have they're going to have events and all kinds of stuff going on there. Oh, thank you, Dot. I sure do appreciate that. Okay. We have, in 2 more minutes, I'm going to tell y'all what happened to me this week, and you're going to all crack up. Joey says I'm nuts, and maybe I am. Oh, well, I don't know if they'll be smoking any weed, but I imagine there's going to be some around. You know, it's not legal here in Georgia. So, but I'm sure that there's going to be quite a bit of it. You know, it's just the way it is. My granddaughter lives in those states where it's legal. So she partakes right regular. Cheech and Chong, hey, that, you know what? We may all be high before we get out of that place. What everybody keeps telling me. You know, because I've tried, and bless my heart, I just can't breathe well enough. I choke and carry on and cough and act like I'm dying. But now you put me in a car or in an enclosed area where somebody else is smoking, and I'll get stoned in a minute. I guess because I'm not used to that stuff. So, or just don't do it, and hadn't been around it since I was in my 20s, I guess. So until the granddaughter started. Oh, and she and I are going on a cruise too in next month, about same time next month. So in about 4 weeks. So that should be some good content. We'll we'll do some videoing of the stuff that goes on there on the cruise. Other than that, one more minute, guys, and I'm going to show y'all and tell y'all what happened to me. You know, it's just like I say, Joey says, it didn't happen. I said, it happened, you know. They're going to bring their bong and a lot of good brownies. Hey, you know, I've never tried any cooked in brownies, but I imagine that would be pretty good. You know, if it was legal, heck yeah, I'd do it. They say a lot of people have relief from it, from pain and all. I don't know if you know, I haven't been around it enough to know, but I know a lot of people swear by it. You know, and cancer patients and all, man, if it'll help them people, I don't care what it is, they ought to be able to do it. I don't know about in other countries. I know when I went to Amsterdam, man, it was everywhere. Only thing is that my grandkids were with me in Amsterdam, so I didn't get to go in any of the little dens and try any of it out. But I would have. The grandkids hadn't have been, you know, the whole. Well, my youngest daughter and her kids were and husband were along. So you're trying to keep up with 4 kids, and at that time they were pretty small, like 10, 8 and 10, 13 or 14, something like that, you know. So they were not very old, and they got tired of walking and looking and all the stuff, you know. But okay, guys, here it is. Well, you know, I'm trying to get all my watch hours in. So I took my husband's tablet, and he was out of town. So I'm here by myself now. I took my tablet, his tablet, and I put it over here on the counter, and I went in and set it up so that it would play all of my videos that are in the playlist. So it's probably, I don't know, I've got about 80 or 90 videos now. I don't even know how many I've got, but so I had it on, and then I had my phone, an old phone that I had, and I said, well, I'm going to turn it on too. Maybe I'll get the views from it, because I very seldom watch my own videos, you know, because it's bad. I watch them when I put them out there, and then I say, oh, well, and I go back and I try to comment on all of them. But so this, you know, the next morning I got up, and his tablet was closed up neatly, had the little piece of, he has a little piece of cloth that's in there that he can wipe the screen with and all. It was folded up neatly, closed up, and my phone was sitting on top of the tablet. And so, you know, I've been told all my life that this house is haunted. But I mean, if it is, nobody's ever bothered me. Now, my ex-father-in-law, oh, I have 92 videos. Wow, I need to get some more out there, guys. I know I put the last one out was a couple of days ago, maybe 3 days ago now, I'm not sure. But anyhow, my ex-father-in-law slept in one of the upstairs bedrooms, and he swore that he had problems and he would never sleep in this house again. But you know, if it's haunted, they must like me, because nobody's bothered me in here other than that happened. And then, you know, I mean, just little things. Back when my oldest daughter was a baby, and my mom was still here, alive. I had her in one of those old wind up swings, you know, that you had back in those days. And, you know, wasn't no battery. You wound that sucker up and it went. Anyway, so he had stopped swinging and had been stopped for quite a while. And all of a sudden, it went to swinging. And I mean, that sucker swung for like another 15 minutes. So, you know, maybe it is haunted. I don't know. Or maybe they didn't want to hear her holler. They wound it up. But, you know, just little things like that. It's so strange. Anyway, so, I mean, you guys tell me, do y'all believe in amenities or ghost or whatever? You know, I know it's Halloween. And if the kids had been here, I would have said they just come up here messing with me, you know, or something after I went to bed. But my dogs would have went psycho if somebody had to come in. So I know there was nobody here. But my little dog, Casper, sometimes he will stand and stare at the wall. I mean, just stare at it. And sometimes he'll growl. So, you know, I figured it was a mouse in the wall or a wharf rat for all I know. It could be a squirrel or something. But yeah, I mean, it's just weird. Havita says she does believe in the paranormal. You know, I mean, there's a lot of study of it. And down by where my friend Wheat lives, there is a place that I would love to do some videoing of, and it's supposed to be extremely haunted. Oh, Paul says that he has seen too much and been through too much not to believe. You know, that's kind of how I feel. That's kind of how I feel. And, you know, I believe in extraterrestrial too. People say, oh, that's bullcrap. Well, you know, there's something out there. Why shouldn't there be other people? I mean, think about it. There's a lot going on in this world that we can't understand and can't explain. So, well, hey, Miss Jan, how are you, honey? The Simply Jan Homestead's just come in. And Dot says, same here. So I'm assuming that means that she's kind of wondering, and if something is not out there, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, you know. Spiritualist. You mean as in God or whatever? Yes, I believe there's something. All of the biblical study and all that, I'm not sure that all of that is may have been, some of it could have been written up, you know, to keep people in line. I don't know. It makes you wonder about that kind of stuff, guys. But yes, I believe that there's something out there that's greater than us. I believe that, you know, if you believe enough, that it will show itself to you, whether it be good, bad, or, you know, if you're really a bad person, it's going to show up. You know, maybe it's just the guilty conscience. I don't know. Yes, I've had another lady here that says she believes too. And she says, hey, how are you? You know, it is so strange. This Bonnie Sizemore. It is so strange to me that people want to say, nope, you know, there's no way. Well, look at all the stuff back, you know, in the 15th century. Well, Dot, you know, I do too. I believe there's something out there that's greater than me, whether it be God or Jehovah or whatever. I believe there is something, and I honestly believe that you can pray if you believe enough. And, you know, sometimes if it's the right thing for you, that those things will happen. I will tell y'all this story. My oldest daughter, when she was little, she had tear duct problems, and her face would just stay matted all the time. And so when she was about 6 months old, might have been 5 months old, but anyway, right around that age, we had done and her dad kept saying, you know, you're just not keeping her face clean. You're not doing this, you're not doing that. And I'd done taken her to the doctor and everything else. And so they were wanting to actually do surgery to go in and cut. They were going to cut her on each side of her nose and go in and open up the tear ducts. And with her being so tiny, that was the only way they could do it. And so her dad kept saying, you know, that I wasn't doing it right. So heck, I just left for the day and let him take care of her. And after he had done cleaned her face about 8 times, he realized that it wasn't me. You know, it really was something wrong. But she was supposed to have had surgery on a Monday morning. And so we took her to the church that I went to at the time. It was a Congregational Christian church. And I don't know if you guys have ever heard of that. But they believed in laying on hands. And so they put all the deacons in the church came up and they prayed for her and they prayed for healing. And people can say what they want to, but they put the holy water on her face and they all prayed. And I mean, they prayed for like an hour. And I was about to die because I was holding her during all of this. And so when it was over, we went home, and Tanya's dad's, oh, you're just wasting your time doing that, blah, blah, blah. Well, on Monday morning, we were supposed to get up and take her in for this surgery. Monday morning, we woke up and her face was spotless, not a speck of the buildup in her eyes. I mean, it would mat her whole eyes shut, and this was constantly. And so, yes, ma'am, I definitely believe there is someone out there that's higher than me and that can heal and does have those special powers. And yes. Oh, you have holy water at home. I didn't know that. That's wonderful. Yes, I do believe. I really, really do. And people can say what they want to, tell me I'm crazy or whatever, but I've done seen it happen. I have seen it happen too many times with just, to me, that was a miracle because these were going to leave. The doctor said, she'll grow up, but she'll have these permanent scars. It will, as she gets older, it'll look like a wrinkle there across her face. But they were going to cut her on both sides of her nose across here for about an inch. But when you're 5 or 6 months old, oh, well, that is wonderful. Yes, I'll have to remember that, Vita. Yes, I do. I really do believe in the power of prayer, and I feel like some people just have a better pathway. Maybe it's the ones that are living a whole lot better than I do, or or praying every day like they should. And Dot says she is a miracle walking around. Well, that's wonderful. I've had a million health problems, and there's a song out now that says, something about they only talk to God when they need him. Well, that's the way, unfortunately, a lot of people are. But I think it's, when I say I'll pray for you, I mean it. And I'll stop right there. And if it's not but 3 lines, I pray. And it may not do any good, and then it might, and I guess it's whoever you talk to or whatever. And I try to believe as much as possible in the things that I hear and see. And it's just like, you can't see God, you can't see these other things that are going on, but it's something's going on. So yes, praise God for the miracles. I believe that he has really, really blessed a lot of people, and people that we may feel like didn't deserve it, but we're given a second chance. It's just like, I believe when you're born that there's a time you're going to die, and then you're not going to die until that time is here. And, I may be wrong. I may be crazy about that. But we don't have to get on this subject. I know there are people out there that don't want to hear it. And that's okay. But I feel like it's a subject that's worth talking about. Let's see. Betty Boot, I see you're in here. I'm glad to see you tonight. She came in and subscribed to my channel this week. I'm so thankful. Thank you very much. I am slowly getting there, guys. Slowly getting there. I still have every intention of following out my promise that I made, and I will keep up with it. So if anyone wants to look back and ask me, if they come up a year from now or 10 years from now, if I'm around and I make it that long, they can say, hey, show us what you've done or whatever. And I'll sure do it, because, cancer awareness is something, especially with women, breast cancer awareness, it is something that there needs to be more research. I truly believe that with the research, something can be done. If I hadn't been revived, my daughter wouldn't be here today. So thank God for her every day. Well, that's wonderful, Paul. That is wonderful. Uh, yes, I believe too. I really do. I can't say that my God is the correct God. I just know that I feel like He is. But, I can't quote the Bible. I know I have read a lot in the Bible, but I can't tell you exactly, like these people quote the scripture for scripture and where it's at and all that. I know where some of them are and some of them I don't. But now I have read a lot, and I do believe in things, and I do believe that miracles happen every day. So, got that off of my chest today. So, do any of you guys think, like my husband says, you just got up during the night and don't remember it? You just close that up and put it up yourself. But I mean, I do get up in the middle of the night. That's right, Javita. That's exactly right. I agree with that wholly. She says that your personal relationship with Jesus Christ is only for you. Everybody needs to have a personal relationship that's between them and their believer, whoever they believe. And sorry, people, I don't mean to offend, but God is the only God and His Son is Jesus Christ. That's the way I have always believed too, Paul. So I understand what you're saying. I don't want to step on any toes and, say that other people, but I don't believe in putting false prophets out there or worshiping other things like these people that have to have, uh, you know, somebody is just so grand and great and they put them up on this pedestal. There's nobody here on earth that I feel like is any better than me. They may be more educated and smarter and able to do more, but I think we're all made in God's image. And it's what we do with what we were given is what amounts, what matters. So I truly agree with that, Paul. And also, so I agree. Betty Boop says yes, and she's got the little clapping hands up there, or waving hands, or whatever. So yep, I do agree, y'all. Jovita says we are all equal in the eyes of God. Yes, that's right. And it doesn't matter whether you're a little slow or you're the smartest person in the United States or the richest person in the United States or the poorest person or the homeless guy down the street that looks like he's never had it, never done anything, don't care about anything. We all have choices that we make. And some of those choices put us in the positions that we're in, whether they're good, bad, or indifferent, And that's really how I feel. And so. Okay. That's right. The way to heaven is not paved in gold. I truly agree. And I agree that you can have too much. And you start to feel like that is the most important thing. And I really agree. And we're going to get off on a tangent now. I think the parents need to go back to being parents and making their kids mind and have responsibilities and know what's going on in their kids' lives, because these parents nowadays, when the government said we're going to start, you can't spank your kids anymore, these people just quit. I mean, I don't know if it's everybody, but you hardly ever hear a kid say yes, ma'am, or no, ma'am, or thank you, or whatever anymore. I mean, if I hear a kid say yes, ma'am to me, I look at them twice, because you just don't see that or hear it. I do it, and I've had a lot of people say, "Don't say ma'am to me," but I do, and I even do it to young people. just because I was raised. You said yes, ma'am. You said yes, sir. Boy, you better say it. My dad would have knocked my butt across the table out on the floor if I'd have said something and not said yes, sir, or no, sir to him. I truly believe that the kids nowadays, some people just turn them loose. They have them, expect their parents and grandparents to raise them, and they just go out and have fun and don't have anything to do with the raising. And the kids aren't made to have any respect. They don't respect their parents, so of course they're not going to respect their teachers or the people that they work for or work with. And so, I mean, here I am on a tangent again, guys, but it's just, it's a sad thing. Yes, that's right. It is very disrespectful. Let's see. Thank you, Chrissy at Paragon Ridge. I'm assuming this is Chrissy on here. Thank you for stopping in, and I'm glad you did. I hope we didn't run you off with our rants here. Yes, and to me, it's very disrespectful when a kid says, huh? That just, I like pinch their heads off. But yeah, you can't always have that. And you have to be nice to other kids, people's kids, even if you don't agree with, the way they're raising them. You just hope that what little influence that you have on them helps. And I know with my own grandchildren, some of them, well, all of them, when they're here, they say, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. But now some of them don't when they're at home. But when they're at our house, they know they better. And so, it's just, and I think that they appreciate it. They love being around people that do expect more from them. Just my opinion. So, how do you guys feel about that? Oh, it is Chrissy. Okay. I hope not. Thank you. I mean, what are we gonna say, Chrissy? We just, we get off on these sometimes. Most of my videos are about farm life, places, historical places around where I live, and just, events, sometimes at the lake, just different places, but it's just fun to do. I agree. Kids are not challenged nowadays. And, when we were kids, I mean, if you didn't get picked for the ball team, you might have felt bad, but you learned to be better or whatever. You just, you're going to, when you're little like that, you're going to pick your best friend or whatever. But as you get older, you understand. And, if everybody gets a trophy, then you're not going to put out any more effort than you have to, because you don't have to work for that trophy. So, yes, I feel like that. Let's see. Our parents held the bar very high with no excuses. That's the same way. And I agree, Paul. The government does need to stay out of family life. I do agree, that parents that beat or abuse their kids, there's a difference in busting their tail or spanking them and beating them. There's a difference. I had plenty of strikes up and down my butt as a kid from switches. So, I mean, there's a difference in a switching and somebody beating you. There's a whole lot of difference. And I've been in both situations. So I know. My father was a very bad alcoholic. He would not drink for months. And then when he did go on a caper, he was hard to be around. Let's just put it that way. He would come in and dream up something and would snatch you out of the bed and just go to Raising Cane and might beat your tail for nothing. And, he was one of those that beat you until he got tired. It wasn't that you didn't have stripes, you had blood running down you. So yes, I know exactly. There is a difference. And there's a difference in how parents treat their kids. And they, I don't believe in that either. So, uh, so yeah, uh, parents, we all make mistakes. I wasn't the best parent. I worked second shift most of my oldest daughters until she was 9 or 10 years old. So yeah, I wasn't there to make her do her homework and stuff. But I mean, what she did bring home that she could do over the weekend, yes, my kids had to do. Yes, that's exactly, Jovita, that's exactly what, my mom was a real quiet person. She didn't have much to say, but boy, if she got on you, you knew that she was serious. I guess she figured we got our tails beaten often enough that what few things we did wrong around her, we didn't need another beating for it. Yes, but I understand exactly how you feel, Jovita. My growing up with my kids. Now, I had my first child when I was 20. Right, I had her. She was born on the 6th, and I turned 20 on the 16th. So yeah. Said his dad was in the army and away for the first 16 years of his life. Wow. Her mom didn't ask no questions, and she's grateful for that. Oh, yes, I understand that. I understand it. Yeah, my kids, I mean, I told them, I said, there is nothing that you can do that I have not done or tried. So believe me, I can catch you and I know what's going on. Like, I had foster kids. So some of those kids were horrible. You just don't know. And then some of them were just sweet as they can be. That's just the chance you get. Some of them do one thing and some don't. I guess it's how they were raised. And I had one child that's mom was a real bad alcoholic, and that child would try to get up in your face and stuff. And I back then you could spank them kids, and I wore these kids' butts out for all of them, mine and the older ones, for smoking. And I told them, I said, I said, when you're grown, if you want to smoke, it'll be your business. But while you're living in my house, you're not going to smoke. And I said, it's not good for you. And it's, if that's what you want to do once you get older, that's, that'll be your business. I didn't smoke, never smoked. And that's, just one habit that I didn't have. Now, I did cuss like a sailor when I worked with all men for many years, and it was really hard to break. I had to make a conscious effort. So Jan says, making it home. Nope, making it home is oh, well, hello, making it home. I just realized you guys were coming in. Thank you. Thank you for coming in and checking us out. We're off on those tangents tonight about life. From how we went from ghosts to Christ to young'uns, I don't know, but just kids, I'm telling you, they will try you and try you. It's just like when they're little, I would tell my daughter, don't touch that. And she would look at me and reach, like and go like within an inch of it to see what I was going to do. And I would just sit there. But boy, if she ever touched it, she got smacked. Let's see. Rambling Peach, have I made it over to your channel? Yes, I have. I thought I had left a message for you guys on the videos. I try to, I do try to leave something if it's just that's nice, or I enjoyed that, or something, just to let you know that I've been there, because you see so many, and the comments get you up there. So getting the comments out helps. But yes. And, God, I have subscribed to so many channels and try to help them out. And sometimes I will just can't watch them all, and I will just put them on, turn it on, turn the volume down because I'll be doing something else or looking at a video or whatever, and just letting it play so that they can get the playtime. Sometimes I try to get over there and make comments on a couple anyway. So if I have not commented, I will definitely comment on the next one I watch for you guys. And I do hit the bell, so when I do mine, so to notify me when another video is coming up. I'm pretty sure that I've subscribed to your channel too, Making It Home. I'll have to go look and make sure. You're saying that you're trying to get 100 subs. Well, everybody, if you have not been over there, let's check them out and make sure. If I have not subscribed to you, I will sure check you out and make sure that I have subscribed, because I could have not subscribed. I will go check and see. So yeah, that's a very good idea. But I think I've got I'm not sure how many I have. Let me see where I'm at. I am at 420 subscribers right now. So that's great. I'm getting there. And it's all because of, well, not all because of other content makers. I have quite a few that have come in, not necessarily just friends of mine, but people that just like some of the things that I have out there. And a lot of them I've hit their subscribe and they don't have any videos out, or maybe just one or two. But you know what? That one or two, if they do decide to get out there, I check them out. So hopefully, oh gosh, God, y'all. Let me write me a note. I'm going to write myself a note so I'll remember to check you out. Make sure that I subscribe. Yeah, I will look you up as soon as I get over this live here and check and make sure that I've done it. Yes, they have helped me. I have gained, at least 20 subscribers, and this is just like my 6th or 7th live. So yes, it has. And I'm telling you, when you first start out, you may be on that live right by yourself with not a person. So I mean, if you can't talk to a computer screen for an hour, just make it 20 minutes or however long you can. And, just tell about yourself or about what you're doing on your channel or whatever. My channel doesn't have any particular, I'm not just homesteading, I'm not just gardening, I'm not just animals. It's a little bit of everything. And I have not decided as of yet if I want to lock myself in. I've had a lot of people say, don't lock yourself into one particular thing, because the people that come on your channel will want to see only that and won't want to see anything else. Like if you're building something, don't lock yourself into just building a home or building a shed house or whatever, because if that's all you're going to show, that's all they want to see. And so you don't want to, I'm told you don't want to talk yourself, make yourself do that. Girlfriend, I can talk to anything and nothing. Hey, yeah, that's I am the same way. So, I can get on here and jabber. That's one thing I can say. My teachers probably hated me in school because I couldn't shut up in school, in elementary school, probably all the way through high school. So, and so I am hoping that Jovita says, don't lock myself. And I have not so far. So, yeah, try a few 30-minute lives. And if you will post ahead of time, I will try to remember. Let me draw a bell here so that I'll remember to, if I did not click that bell, to click the bell. And that way, if you will post and say, hey, I'm going to go live at, the reason I'm doing mine so late at night is because I didn't want to step on anybody else's toes. I don't want to push somebody out that has been doing lives at 5 o'clock forever, or 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock, or whatever time. I want to try to, I will ease into a better time for people later on. Yes, yes, I understand. Paul says that's exactly right. You have to pick times, and just do it at different times and see what you get, how many people you get in there. But yes, if you will let us know, I will try my best to get in there and at least say a few comments to keep you going, girl. And I see that we have 9 Acre Farm. Well, hello, 9 Acre Farm. I'm glad y'all stopped in here. And another thing, post anything in shorts. Post shorts. I have gained 8 or 10 subscribers just from my shorts, and they're just little things like, the dog chasing the chickens, or my dog's sitting up there barking at the cat for no reason because the cat's not doing anything, and he wants the cat to run. If the cat runs, he'll chase him. But if the cat don't run, the dog just barks because he don't really. I mean, it's just simple, silly, stupid stuff. Just post something. That's the advice that I was given. It don't matter how terrible the video is, post it. Somebody's gonna look at it. Oh, yes. Yes. Oh, well, I cleaned as best I could on them shorts. Paul. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Paul, you're going to have to let us know when's a good time for us to all get together and just have a jam. Maybe someday I'll get back over there, and if I ever get back across the pond, I'm going to have to look you up. Maybe we could go have dinner or something. It would be hilarious to meet you in person with the personality you have. I know it's, I don't know if you have people rolling over there, but you definitely got us rolling over here. And oh, let's see. And Making It Home says 9 Acre Farm, they love your devotionals. Yes, I have watched a couple of those, and they're very interesting. I've watched Ridge Life, Tim at Ridge Life, his little sermons or his teachings, or whatever, however you want to call it. And some of his are right interesting, the different views. So yes, I agree totally with that. And let's see. Yeah, Ravita says, yeah, road trip across the pond. Hey, that would be fun, y'all. If we could get together a group and go over there and just travel around and do some more sightseeing. I've been in a bunch of places over there. I loved Paris. Paris was a beautiful spot to me. Not so much just because of the Eiffel Tower and blah, blah, blah. It was just a pretty place. That's one of the things that I really liked. And y'all can laugh if you want to. I'm sure Paul will know what I'm talking about. There is a picture of a lion. It was carved out into a rock. And if you really look at it, the outside of that is a pig, a hog. And the guy that was carving it, the government did not pay him all that he was supposed to have gotten paid. And he went back and did some more work, and he shaped the outside of it to look like a pig, because he said they were, crappy for not paying him. But yes, I really love that. And I've got some good video, or not video, but some good pictures of me in front of that. So that was interesting to me. It's little things like that make it those trips interesting to me. The little things, not the great big things like the Eiffel Tower. I didn't go up in the Eiffel Tower. I didn't have any reason to, just it was beautiful. I've got some good pictures of it at night and there. But yes, Jen says there'll be a small party. Oh, well, dang, you know what? Hey, when I used to play softball, we would rent one room and there'd be 15 girls in that room and one coach. And the coach was a guy, and the poor guy got all kind of views because us girls had been running around in our t-shirt and panties. Back then we didn't think about it, So yeah, we can pile in most anywhere, And how did you know what? Other people on this very channel set me up with Jovita. Bless her heart. She got volunteered to be my moderator, and they even told me how to do it because I had absolutely no clue how to do it. So to get a moderator. And what is something special department? No, not. You have to go in, just somebody that comes in regularly on your channel. In my first first up to like 5 lives, I did not have a moderator. I didn't have enough people coming in to have to worry about folks saying anything ugly to me, and I figured I could handle them if they did. But so Tony's popped in. He says I'm a hussy. Yes, Tony and I went to school together. And my live is going to be over here in just a few minutes. But Jovita has been a great moderator for me. And I don't know if she's willing to take on any more, but maybe somebody that does moderate, like Jan does it for a couple of channels, just somebody that watches your channel on a regular basis, maybe they would, even if they don't want to be a permanent moderator, maybe they would just kind of watch out for you until you get enough people coming in and find somebody that will, look after you or help you out. And Jason and Tara, yes, I like Jason and Tara. They are constantly up to something. And, I met them at the meet up there and Lake Tenkiller, and they were a super nice couple. And they are just like they are on the on their channel. So yes, it is fun, and super nice. She's told me, I've called her, I've sent her texts and called her, and just so frustrated because I couldn't get something done, and she's laughing at me, So yes, and Paula says Jovita is a good moderator, and so is Simply Jan. Yes. So, somebody out there will be glad to help you out. And like I say, if they don't want to be a permanent moderator and commit to being there every time, that's okay. And a lot of times, Josie's telling me it's time to eat. Josie, you got about 3 more minutes, baby, and then I'll feed you, I promise. She's over here stomping them little feet at me. But yeah, so like I say, let's see. We only got about 3 more minutes, guys. Lauren, I wouldn't mind. Paul is an amazing moderator also. Yes, Paul he does it for a lot of people. I don't know. He has not expressed an interest in moderating for me, but I am going to have to get someone else in case, Vita is not available, because I can't expect her to be on all of my lives in case something comes up or she has kids or whatever. But yes, it would be easy. Let's see. Let's see. Thanks, ladies. Jovita, Dot, Simply Jan. Yes, everybody raves about you, Paul. You are so entertaining and funny that you can't help but enjoy your comments on people's lives. And you guys, we have 2 minutes. So I have really enjoyed you being in here tonight and keeping this conversation going. Okay, I will, Paul. Thank you so much. I've already closed down, but I will on the next live. I've already closed down my laptop now, so I don't know how to do that from StreamYard. But I do know once I've got my phone open, I can do it. So anyway, I love the meme that you did, Jan, on Robertson's Bellyacres channel tonight. That was so funny. You'll have to do more of those. That was cute, even if you only do it for little 1 minute shorts or something. That was so funny. Anyway, honey, she says it's time to eat now, Mom. Shut up. And then I have a friend, she says that she just is always enjoying my lives. Yes, you can't do it. I didn't think we could do it from StreamYard, and I've already shut my phone off, so it would take, I'd have to stop the conversation and go to studying to get my phone turned back on and get back to my channel and all that stuff. So we'll check that out next week. And enough of the Invincibles. Okay. All right, guys, 10 o'clock. Don't want to step on anybody else's toes. If there's anybody out there, I don't know if anybody does lives this late. I know Jan pops in every once in a while with some lives really late because they popped up and I've texted her and said, God, do you do a live this late every week? She's like, no. So anyway, just one of those pop-up things. So I'm going to end this for tonight. Love you guys. Thank you so much for coming in. And all of you that have subscribed to my channel, I hope you're enjoying what little I put out. And you that haven't, go over there and check it out. I hope you'll like some and I hope you'll subscribe. Bye, guys.